Great. Okay. Welcome to the May 2025 Environmental Commission meeting. It's 7:08 and we'll get started. First order of business is the minutes. Anybody want to make a motion to approve the minutes of April?
I make a motion to approve.
Okay. Second. All approved? Or all in favor, whatever it's called?
I have to abstain.
Oh, right.
For those ones.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
In favor.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. Emergency management. Sorry. First guests. We have Dave Marshall, Roger Durr, and Barbara Halpern as guests. Anybody want to say anything before we get started? Very good. Okay, emergency management, I don't have anything to report, so we'll get right into the zoning and planning board application. So the first one is PB 2503, which, all right, so let's see. It's on Delcy Drive, block 3908 rather. It's lot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 32, and 33. This one's a little bit, I don't quite exactly know what we're talking about exactly, but anyway, I've written down that says they want to subdivide 7 lots into 4 separate lots. I'm not sure what that means exactly.
Well, they have a bunch of lots
Yeah.
now, so they're going to combine them and kind of redivide them. That's what I got.
You know, there was one in the, I think so, yeah.
You know, Roger was saying that this is where they have the small houses with the summer homes, the Franklinville Lake, and that maybe that's what they're going to put up, smaller homes. Like the precedent has been set with those homes. Am I way off?
I mean, they're just, I mean, Paul Street has,
It's a neighborhood of older homes.
yeah, but they're not small though.
Yeah.
They're not like Frankville Lake type things.
No.
It might be small by McMansion.
Well, yeah, but they're you know,
not
1,500 square feet.
undersized
You know,
homes,
like they're not like cottages
1,000
like you would see over by the
square
lake.
feet, yeah.
Okay.
At least 1,000 older homes in there, I think.
Well, so this looks like they're just taking a bunch of non-conforming lots, combining them and making them 3 conforming lots with 1 unconforming lot. Yeah.
Okay, so that one, because I know that the one lot is, they said it's, what is it, 17,000 some square feet,
Right.
but they need 30,000.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they want to take the other ones and just condense them into.
Yeah, I mean, based on this, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They have 7 lots that they're combining, and they want to redivide them into 4. Looks like there's some kind of structure on the one undersized lot. I don't know what that is. Apart from it,
So, did they say, to build, did they say what they're going to do?
no,
So
I
they
mean,
just have, if this is just a lot,
we call it a lot line adjustment is what I would call it.
Do they say what their zoning is?
Yeah, they're Malaga Village.
so,
Yeah, they're not proposing anything as far as development at this point.
so this, I mean, what can we say, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know that we would have any comment.
So we'll all just say no comment.
Why?
I really don't have any questions other than, you know, I'm not sure if there's a wetlands issue within 150 feet of the properties, but, you know, I'd have to research it, so I wouldn't make a comment on it at this point.
Okay. All right, I'll move on. Okay. The next one is zoning board 2508. It's this one is here. Oh, this is that part at 0 Main Road because I don't have an address in here. Anyway, it's on Main Road, block 5702, lot 55. They want to construct a single-family home on a vacant property with 10 feet of frontage.
That's been to the board
Yeah, we've
twice.
seen that before.
Yeah.
They're going back again, I think, because the board improperly denied their application, so it's just a big
Yeah,
lot.
there seem to be court papers or something in there, right?
I didn't see any court papers.
I don't know.
I just remember them, they said that they did something last year, and I forgot what it was exactly. But
This is the third time.
Yeah.
Right? So-
They did something in 2012, and then last year, and now they're doing it again.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. And that's a long driveway.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a large parcel of land there. I forgot how many acres is it? Like 10 acres or something?
It might be. I don't have that written down. But yeah, I forget.
Yeah, I don't think we should have much of a comment there.
Okay.
I guess if the neighbors agree.
Well, what had happened was they went in, they wanted to use their 10-foot frontage they had. The neighbors complained about it. So they also have an easement several lots down through some other property.
But they won't be able to use that.
No, they can use it. So then they came back with a plan to use the easement, and then those neighbors complained that they didn't want to use the easement. So now they're going back to the original plan to use the property they own, rather than go through the easement, I guess.
Why is there something on Reed and Royal when this is for Taylor? Am I missing something?
There must be mixed up. Yeah,
So we're gonna do no comment then. Right?
there's two applications. Yeah, no comment.
So I know.
Yeah, there-
So the first one we did, the planning board 2503. We just had a no comment on that. And the next one, the 2508, no comment.
No comment.
Yeah. 30. Yeah.
That's actually, right next to Horace Franklin. I think there was no agreement. It's right in Horace Franklin.
Franklinville Village. I said Malaga, I meant Franklinville Village. Yeah.
Across from Chippewa Roads for Karen Avenue and Reed and all that.
Yeah, right by
Okay.
the Dollar
In
General.
all that area there.
I got the village part, right?
Yeah.
At least, right? Yeah.
No, I got it. Hold on. Thank you.
Can I move on?
Huh?
Okay. All right. So the next one is zoning board 2509 at 139 to, I guess it means 141. That's because it said then dash 41. So I'm not sure if that means like it spans three different things. I don't know. But anyways, Taylor Road in Newfield, block 3102, lot 2.01. They want a let's see here. They want 25-foot of frontage where 150 is required, and they want 1.35 acres, 1.5 is required.
That one looked like it had two non-conforming mobile homes on it.
They're.
I've been there for many
You
years.
read, the plus and then the things that what's against it.
Right.
It was funny, actually, how they worded it. And they'll get rid of these two old trailers that are sitting on this land, and it's even in the disadvantage column that they're going to improve this
Improve it.
land.
Right. So
Do we want to say anything about that one?
I don't think so. No.
Okay.
I mean, we could make like some random comments. I feel like we're not making any comments. We could make something to the effect of, proper abandonment of existing wells and septics, something along those lines, if you want. Or no comment, whatever.
I don't know. What does anybody else think?
Feel obligated to make some comment at some point.
Well, I think that we're also going to have comments on ones coming up pretty soon too.
Okay.
Perhaps anyway.
All right.
All right, the next one would be zoning board 25-10 at 931 Reed Avenue, block 3002 and lot 5. This one, they want to make their property fully compliant with township ordinances and obtain approval for use as built, including a single-family residence with 2 one-bedroom mother-in-law apartments, and they don't want to build anything else. If I understand that correctly, because it was kind of written a little bit strangely. But so it sounds like there's 2, anyway, there's 2 of the 2 apartments on that same property. So
It sounds like it's already done.
yeah, and they built it in, 1999 was it, or something like that?
Yep.
So I guess they've just been not having, it's been like off the record. I don't know how that, it's just very strange.
It appears, I mean, again, this is just speculation, but it appears as though maybe the property's been sold and possibly it was uncovered during the course of the inspection, so they had this additional unit, so therefore the new buyers are just asking for, certification, for the non-conformity. So they're not changing anything out there, doesn't sound like.
I was just wondering about the septic.
Yeah.
They said it's okay, but,
Yeah, Devin pointed out, it sounded like it's been, what, in the 90s or something?
Yeah, I think I saw 1999 it was built.
Or maybe the 2000s or something,
Yeah.
I think they're gonna continue to restrict it to family only.
so did you get it that the mother-in-law suite each one has one bedroom in it? Or is it, I couldn't figure it out if it's one bedroom or two bedrooms.
I'd have to go back and read it again. I don't recall off of memory exactly. Yeah.
Do we want to say anything about this one?
Well, it's different the way Jason was just putting it.
Yeah.
Because I didn't think he kindly told these people that they would have, that they wouldn't have said anything for all these years.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it does to taxes. But I don't know, maybe they got away with murder with their taxes. I had no idea.
Yeah.
But, if this new guy, he wants to be clean. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't think we have any comment on that. Yeah.
So it's one septic for, so that would be a mother-in-law suite. That means that there's a bathroom and a kitchen? Is that what it is?
I mean, I don't think it really has that kind of detail in there. I mean,
It's a lot of water.
I don't know what the definition of a in-law suite is. I think usually you have to have free flow between the primary unit and the mother. At least that's the definition I've seen in land use ordinances. Because they don't want people saying they're doing a mother-in-law suite and in effect having a multifamily house. You need to be able to, I think there has to be some sort of physical connection between the mother-in-law suite and the primary residence.
Okay.
All right. Next one would be zoning board 2511. It's at 1796 Main Road, block 7101, lot 67. It's in a Pinelands agricultural production district. So they want to construct a 1,000 square foot building to have a dog kennel facility. So this one, I was thinking just by looking at it, I'm just like, my mom and I were talking about what about like noise potentially from the place with neighbors, and maybe what, how about like the waste?
Well, the waste is why they're building the septic system.
Okay.
That's required for dog kennels these
Okay.
days.
They didn't say the number of dogs in this one. The other one said 24, 25 dogs, I think, right? But this one didn't have the number of dogs they've had in it.
Their septic application would have to have the number of runs, but we don't have that. But since it's going to zoning board, the neighbors will be notified,
Oh,
right?
good, okay.
Yeah,
That's what I
so-
want.
Yeah,
want the
so I
neighbors to
think it's
know.
up to them to find out whether this is an issue or not an issue.
Okay.
And, doesn't look like a big kennel. I mean, how big is that even? It doesn't look like even as big as the disposal field, eh? Unless they're using the garage somehow, but it doesn't seem like it.
What are you thinking? Oh, yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Lighting.
Yeah, that's a question of whether they'd even have lighting, other than if they have to go in there at night turning on a light like you would if you went in your garage.
Yeah.
They do seem to have fencing. Is that existing, I think?
Wasn't that wooden fencing there?
I know, what does it say, guys?
I couldn't figure it out.
It says fence on the one side.
Huh?
I think if I know this property, it's a pretty nice property. A larger property, that's all.
Did you say pretty nice?
Yeah, it's a nice home, like, sits back in the road like a big brick house.
I think you're right, because I saw it
Yeah.
on Street View. When I was looking
Yeah.
at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not far from my house, I live around the corner. Yeah, I thought they already had some kind of agricultural use there, like horses or something like that, but, which maybe is why the fence is there.
I thought I saw horse trailers in the driveway.
Yeah, I thought they were horse people. Yeah, this is just the, they're kind of using the septic design.
And do they have neighbors close by?
I mean, the lot's 435 feet wide, so they have neighbors, but they're not like on top of each
And
other.
it's pretty deep too, it's 1,000 feet deep.
Yeah,
That's
it's
where the
almost
neighbor's
1,200.
house
Yeah.
is.
And you said that the neighbors would be told about this?
Yeah.
Yeah, they would have to get a notice if they're within 200
Okay.
feet of the property.
They already have the wetlands on here. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
because of the septic probably.
that's your guy. You like him, don't you?
Sandy?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sandy's alright.
Only person I ever met that you like. So,
He's not the only person that, I mean, he's an interesting guy.
yeah,
So no comment on that one too?
sure.
I don't think it comes with
We're on a roll.
environmental commission's purview to comment on that.
It's a commercial facility.
I see.
But
Here's another dog one coming up.
I don't know.
Josh and Navy.
So the next one, ZB2512, and it's at 781 Washington Avenue, block 1903 and lot 19. I believe I think I just saw it was in Williamstown. I mean, that's the address. But
That's the mailing address.
Yeah.
Franklin. And the name's Jacqueline Levy.
Okay. So this one's another dog one.
I know a lot about this property.
Okay. So they wanted to, let's see, they need they need a variance for mixed use of property, for dog kennel, boarding and training, and a single family home. Yeah.
They're asking
that's all.
for what? It's 400 feet allowed, and they're asking for a 2,400 square foot.
I think everything's existing out there.
Yeah, it appears as such.
It
And
says
they've
that
been in the dog business a long time because a few years ago I met them and they had a dog that they were looking to rehome. And I actually took the dog for a few days, but the dog was fighting Robin. It was and they didn't tell me that they gave it to someone before who had the same problem where it would bond to the woman, but it would, bite men. So I returned the dog. I got my current dog, Lila.
Yeah, look, see all these improvements that appear to be on the property next door, which are not really relevant, but just interesting. They have a shed, half of the driveway. It's
And
weird.
what's
The whole
provided
house is
then?
like, I don't know. It looks like the lots are skewed. They put the house square with Washington Avenue, but the lots are all skewed.
They probably got cited and have to now apply.
Yeah.
But this is something they've been doing probably for, a decade or more.
That's another neighbor notification.
Yeah. it is for the
Situation.
Wi-Fi.
So this one would be another thing that people will know about in advance.
It's zoning, yeah.
And you said everything's kind of there already with this property?
I believe it is.
Okay.
And I think the one neighbor house was actually for sale. I looked at the outside, but the problem was the tenant wasn't leaving,
Okay.
or the prior owner. So getting somebody out of the house and not being able to actually see inside the house was interesting. So I'm not sure they would show up.
So this is the one for 24 dogs, and
Does it say
I
that?
think that the building,
No, this is 2,400 square feet.
Yeah, I can't imagine they have 24 dogs because their house is really, really small.
2 bedroom.
Yeah, their house is under 1,000 square feet.
Mm-hmm.
And when you walk in, there's a lot of dogs, in crates.
Oh,
It says they're also redoing the septic system.
But
Yeah.
that's a good thing that
Yeah.
they're doing this stuff.
proposed disposal field.
Yeah.
Are we thinking no comment again?
Yeah, I don't know what we would,
I don't think
How
there's
about
anything.
noise, right?
Yeah, but it's been existing, and, I don't know what to say. I mean, my
Well,
dogs
if the
make noise.
neighbors are going to be informed, And then they can say, we can't stand the place, it's so noisy
Noisy.
and it stinks or whatever, right?
Exactly.
These dogs seem to be in the house, so they're not outside running around.
It's a commercial facility, right? These dogs don't come in the house every day, right? So it's
No, they
about-
live in the house is what I'm saying. When I was there,
Yeah, but if I board your
Is it a
dog, I'm
kennel?
not putting your dog in my house. I'm
I don't know if they're
keeping it out.
doing boarding, they're breeders.
Yeah.
So, with that,
I don't know. All buildings are existent for mixed use of property for dog barn. Oh, they are gonna be boarding, training as well as single family dwelling.
It's a 2-bedroom house.
Okay, waiver from the building will be 2,400 square feet, not 400.
And it's
Different situation, the building is 24 square feet. Now you have a building, which wasn't mentioned prior to that.
I mean, I'm wondering if they're building this building.
No, I think the building's existing. It's on the existing survey.
A waiver to allow accessory building of 2,400 square feet where 400 square feet maximum is allowed. Use stands to allow dog kennel as well as mixed use
So
of
it's,
single family dwelling. Accessory building to be used for dog kennel. Okay.
They had an outside area for them too, I think, isn't that, or is it the other one?
That was the other one.
Outside.
I think these people let their dogs out the back, but,
And they're
and they have a training area in the front.
gonna breed
Here it
them
is.
and train them and, yeah.
Here's what they have. They have a drawing with a training area, a puppy room, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 kennels, I guess. 8, 9, 12 kennels, a conference room and an office. Yeah, this may be, it says the building's existing, but I guess they weren't using it before, or they got caught using it, I don't know. I didn't know they had any use of another building. Like I said, it seemed like all the dogs were in the house, which was really insane, but.
Well, in any event, I mean, we had no comment on the last one.
No,
So I really think we can justify comment here.
okay.
Your comment?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're proposing a septic.
Anybody?
I don't think they're not proposing anything.
Yeah, if they were building, I'd say they have, the wetlands issue, but this thing's already in the wetland.
Right.
So the question becomes, what do you do when they're already,
Like you said, it sounds like maybe they got cited for operating
I think they
without the
did,
proper approvals.
I'd let the town sort it out because it's got issues and I'm not sure how you address something that's already in the wetland.
Well, let's hope that they take care of the waste if it's in wetlands.
Well, they are connecting it to the septic, so hopefully the person reviewing the septic is aware. Because how big a septic is 24 by, it's only 816 square feet. That doesn't sound big enough, does it?
I mean, I have no idea how they would size something
Well,
for that
a
use.
house, it's usually 1,000 square feet for a 3-bedroom house.
No, it's 810.
Yeah, that would be appropriate for a 2-bedroom probably.
It's a 2-bedroom house.
Right, but I don't know that they're factoring the kennel into the septic size, even though they're connecting it.
Well, they don't even show a connection to the house, do they?
Yeah. They show it being off
Oh, okay. I
the
got you.
house. So I think the question becomes,
Yeah, well, that's larger than a 2-bedroom.
what,
That bad.
is it?
Yeah. How many square feet? Is it
There's
20?
only 800
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A
square feet.
3-bedroom is 810 square feet.
Is it? I thought it was 1,000.
No, 1,050 is for a 4-bedroom.
Okay. You would know better than me at this point. I don't remember.
Yeah. 2-bedroom, I think, is like 600.
That's a
Change.
lot of, a lot of stuff going on in this building, but, so hopefully CME is aware. I mean, they would be getting this plan and this plan, so they should be checking one against the other since they're the same entity.
Well, they won't be getting that. But well, how would they be getting that plan?
Okay. CME is our engineer for the board, right?
No, they're not.
Oh, which, oh yeah, that's right, it's a different engineer.
Yeah.
But CME would be reviewing the septic.
Septic, right. Yeah, they would see the connection to the house, so, I mean, that would be up to them to determine the use of that facility and the size.
Yeah, well, hopefully, the septic plan.
I mean, you're saying that dog kennels, they calculate the kennels?
Oh, yeah, kennel waste has to go into a system, so that would add to the
Oh,
size.
really? Right.
And it would, suppose, Fuji clean.
Oh, it's got a few, well then, that's probably why the bed so small.
What's the Fuji clean?
It's an advanced treatment, yeah. I mean, you can like reduce the bed by 40% or
Okay.
something. So,
Well, that makes sense.
mm.
Yeah, I never heard of a Fuji clean. Must be something
Yeah.
else from my car. Treatment unit.
It's just a different ATU.
Field office hires the level of treatment and is in closest conformance with the requirements of verified location. It doesn't sound like it's in total compliance, it's just closer.
Yeah, well, good luck with CMA on that.
Yeah, not our job.
Yeah. All right, guess we can move on.
Very well. So, our old business, Mountain Lake Park, I have not been, this month, so I really don't have anything to report on that, as anybody else does.
You did the, officer involved with the tribute.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Really nice. It was painted in the, Sentinel. I have a picture of it.
Okay.
But, I'll show it to you before you leave, but everyone said it looked great. When you
What?
were there.
Maybe they fixed the park up for that purpose, had it done in time.
Maybe, and, everyone was out, that was right before the interview for it.
Uh-huh.
That had done that, and everyone said it looked really nice.
Mhm.
The picture was nice.
Well,
And then Piney Hollow, I was just there a couple days ago, and they just have the flooded out holes still that are still there.
uh-huh.
Four of them.
Yeah, the last time we were there, you know, like back in December or January, you know, it's been so dry. So I had no problem getting back there at all. But there was very little tall grass or anything like that. Nothing really was in the way, like any brush or anything like that. But I didn't go in too far. But yeah, I was still able to bypass the puddles at this point. But I don't know if it's gonna, with all this rain,
Well,
how
that
much.
last puddle, you have to walk on a thin, squishy dirt to get by it.
Yeah.
There's no walk around.
Did you make it to the overpass, cement?
Yes, we did.
Yes.
Yeah, and I didn't see them that they had done anything. But I also didn't really. I kind of forgot to take a look very much at that, but I didn't see anything different. So.
If you walk past that, did you go over to the other side of that bridge type structure?
Just a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, and if that was not flooded on that side of it?
No.
Okay, because that's what happened last time it was clogged, is that it flooded when you got off that bridge, you know, further into the park, right
Yeah.
there. That's where the trail was flooded, which it never floods, but because of the culvert being clogged, it did.
No, I didn't see any flooding there.
Cool.
So that part of the trail was in very good shape, I would say, actually.
I have a tale that I'd like to tell about our trip into Piney Hollow, but I don't want to say it on camera.
Okay, I'll
So
talk to you
I'll
later.
wait till after we shut down, all right? I'd like
And,
to tell everybody.
Cool.
and as far as new business goes, I have none at this point, unless anybody else wants anything they.
I just, real quickly, wanted to talk about last month's meeting, specifically the Copart application.
Oh, yeah.
What was the board's feedback on that?
I can look.
Review it.
Actually, you know what? I'll just look at my.
Oh,
I have the comment sheets in my email.
I was just curious, or if there was any discussion on it. So,
What is that?
The Copart.
Copart.
The
Uh,
auto
the auto-
auction junkyard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to find it. But
Because that had some wetlands, did it not?
Yeah, but they
That's
are
not-
applying,
Don't
or
need
did
it, yeah.
applying for that.
You don't have to look up now. I was just
Oh,
curious.
okay,
I just didn't know
alright.
if anybody, yeah.
yeah, I really forget what we said. Actually, you know what? It's probably also I wrote it down here.
I figured that was a fairly large application for
Yeah.
us. I mean.
Okay.
But anyway, in the meantime, while I'm looking that up, we don't have any mail or anything as far as I know, so awesome. Okay. So actually, I guess we could really adjourn if we want to.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Not unrelated to any of these applications.
Yeah.
When the property's being built or it's under development, I know after it's all done, there has to be, either retention or retention ponds or whatever may be the case to catch it for the water. What happens during the construction phase? And the reason I'm asking this is that the first time I've seen it. The public storage has been going for the last 15 years down there on Industrial Drive in Malaga. The road has all the gravel washing down it on the way here from the rain into the drain downhill. It's coming down the driveway and out of the property and run down. You can see all the orange clay and gravel run right down the road.
Wow.
I've never noticed it before, even a lot of rain. So, and now they've got more there now. They've done in the last year than they've done, 5 years prior. But I'm just curious on how that works. Do you have to build those during construction, or is it after, before the final phase?
There's an outside agency, each county, it's through the Department of Agriculture, which is strange, but, it's called soil conservation. Like some counties share, like I think Atlantic Cape, they have the Atlantic Cape Soil Conservation District. Gloucester County, I think, is only Gloucester County. But in any event, there's an approval that's required for any development from the Soil Conservation District. And a part of that approval is they're supposed to have controls in place for soil erosion and sediment control during construction.
That would make sense, but I'm just.
Like you go by sites, you see the silt fence, the black silt fence. That's a soil erosion control. When they stockpile topsoil, they're supposed to seed it to stabilize it. They have different inlet protection to protect stormwater inlets to prevent the exact thing that you're talking about. And there's a plan and there's an approval, but that's the agency that enforces that.
I said this is the first time I've ever noticed it.
Yeah.
It's visible because it's really orange from down.
Right.
And it's hit that drain right before Marshall Mill and running into that.
Yeah.
Maybe it's always done it, but I've never seen it before.
No, I saw the rain you were talking about. I remember seeing all the orange. Yeah. Going towards like Pizza Pizzazz or whatever, right? Yeah.
Yeah, someone needs to call soil conservation.
I knew it had to be there at the end, which is in the house of front of the construction.
Yeah, they're supposed to have. There's.
It's a good industrial drive right past Marshall Mill, heading south from Route 47. It's on the left-hand side, right near the ping pong place.
Oh, okay.
The one that's been.
Right where Malaga Park Drive comes out, the Delta's right. Yeah, right there.
I know where, I was wondering if you have the name, I'll find it.
Yeah, I can't recall it. And it stopped for a while, there was nothing, and all of a sudden, the last couple of years, it started again. And that, actually, I'm wondering if that's why we're seeing it off now. I'm just curious.
Anything else, or we're good? Roger.
No, I had not. No, do I have to? Or, because he gave us a letter.
Yeah, I mean, we can make a motion and accept his resignation.
Okay, that sounds good.
I'll make a motion to accept the resignation of Mr. Petrovich. Somebody second it.
All in favor?
We have no choice,
Yeah.
let me tell you.
So speaking of that, I mean, we have multiple open seats.
Yeah.
I think the problem is it's not getting them people appointed, it's finding people that are actually going to attend.
Yeah.
Do we have any viable candidates that we can take back to the township committee, or?
No.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking of some of the names that you see, like people that post on social media.
Yeah.
And some of them are actual business owners in the town that care about the town. And I don't think there's a couple of people that are involved in short orders.
I already tried to
I'm just thinking that they'll post, environmentally friendly things about how they care about this, and I'm just thinking of people that may have some knowledge that may be able to help.
I was thinking about reaching out online to see if I join, I think I might be part of that, one of the Franklin Township groups or something like that.
I'll post it, I'll share it, I think I'm all for it.
Okay.
Yeah, so post it, if you tag me in or something, I'll share it.
Okay.
Great. Because this is very difficult.
Yeah.
Because how many seats do we have?
So we have Bill's missing now.
Bill's missing.
And
Suzanne.
missing.
And
We had an open one, right?
And we had
Vacant
another one anyway.
So you have three.
Wasn't this
Three.
7?
Yeah.
Sounds about right. 7 or 9, but yeah, probably 7. I know, because it's Frank Cahoot still on the board, isn't it?
yeah, I think
And so
so.
is Giovanni as an alternate.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
been in years.
So maybe there's 7 members, 2 alternates, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
We're talking about Frank, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he still here? Or? Not here tonight, but I mean, still on the board.
I think he's still on the board. I still
Is
sent
he?
him the email,
Yeah.
so I don't know. But, yeah, I think it would be 3 people that we need, and, it'd be great if we get, then that way, if, you know, one of us is sick
Oh,
or
it'd be so
busy or
much
whatever,
easier.
we don't have to, like, worry about changing the date.
Yep.
So, yeah.
So what are we gonna do then for the month of June? What are we saying?
Well, I guess let's find out, as the days get closer. When do you think you might know, Jason, when you might be available?
I mean, I can know right now whether I'm available. Just, when is our schedule meeting? The 23rd?
It's on the 23rd. And Jeff, you said you might,
Yeah, he
it's kind of
might
like
be
a
busy.
question, right? Okay.
Let's see.
Because I think at this point we can just kind of, I mean, it's early, so we have some time, but I want to get that date changed sooner, so,
Yeah.
just so that we can tell people sooner and all
Yeah.
that stuff.
Let's see. I'm just trying to pull up my.
I do,
calendar.
yes, yeah.
Yeah, make a motion to adjourn. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Let's adjourn the
Um,
meeting.
yeah.
I agree
Yeah.
to adjourn the meeting.
Second.
All right.
Bye.
All approved of adjourning the meeting?
Aye.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I should be good on the